Turn the Lights On. And I might be corrected on this, but I think this was the last song that was written and produced for the Heated record back in 1998, which is a really great record for us at that time in our career. But we had a finished record for all intents and purposes. But we had that classic confrontation with the record label where, you know, the artist feels like the record's done and it's our creative statement, and someone says, well, now we just need one more song that's like Digging a Hole. Can you make another song that's like Digging a Hole, which was our previous hit from the previous record? And I wasn't really on board with that. So being somewhat punk rock rebellious, I went down in some little basement studio on Spadina, sort of in the, it's no longer there, of course, but in the Garment District, some little basement, you know, one-man operation. And I sat down there one day and I just thought, you know, I just love Toots and the Maytals. I just love old reggae records. And I don't care what anybody thinks. I'm just, what would Toots Hibbert do right now? And just with that in my mind, Gary Lowe, our bass player, and I sat in that basement and thought, yeah, what would Toots do? So we kind of put that together within minutes. We had a little drum loop that we put on there and played some bass and just played some keyboards, played some guitars. Gary put his vocal on there. It was done so quickly, and it was such a toss-off and just kind of a rebellious, what's the opposite of digging a hole? So, you know, and really couldn't convince anybody at the record label that that was a good idea, not surprisingly. It ended up being the fourth single from the record, not the first single. But you get a little bit of creative freedom when you have some hit singles on the record. So by the time they put out a fourth single from the record, we were putting our hand up in the background saying, hey, remember that Turn the Lights On, that reggae song? Remember that? Can we try it, just see if it works? And man, to this day, it's the song you cannot do a show without playing Turn the Lights On. If you don't do it, there's hell to pay. And it's just become the song I think we're most identified with all these years later. And it still sounds pretty fresh, I'm gonna say. And at the time, you know, the way radio formats work, you're a rock and roll band, so you get played on rock and roll radio. And I remember a day in Toronto listening to the radio and hearing our song on the radio and hearing Turn the Lights On the classic rock station, on the alternative rock station, and on the Flow the same day. And I thought, you know, if they never played again, this was a really good day. Turn the Lights On.
Thanks for watching Behind the Vinyl. We have got a ton more episodes available to you. Your favorite artists with your favorite stories. And here's the thing, we're updating Behind the Vinyl all the time. So if you want to stay up to date on that, simply subscribe by clicking right up here. And you could do us a huge favor by sharing some Behind the Vinyls on your socials. Thanks.